everybody, Coachjbkay here. Quest to qualify, baby. Oh, this is season 10. Now, I ran a draft in season 10 and my audio was off. I got to the finals and lost. And that makes my last 3 drafts 3 for 3 for getting into the finals and 0 for 3 for winning. So, alright, let's see what we got. We got a Gilded Lotus. I like that card. Torch Fiend, Verdict, Arsonist, Captain's Call, Fairy Invaders. Nothing in here is really worth. I mean, the uncommons are terrible. I guess it's either an Arsonist, an Entrancer, or a Divine Verdict, and I think probably the white removal is going to be fine for me. Chandra's Fury also, but I mean, just nothing in here is first pickable, so we'll take a Verdict. Okay, some good cards in here, however. If we'd taken an Arsonist, we'd probably just take another. The Courser's going to get gobbled up, the Duty Bound Dead, the Watercore, all of these cards are playable. Maybe we wheel a Battleflight Eagle. Chances are we wheel a Mastiff. There's a Cower in Fear. We're taking a pack later. Alright, pretty bad pack. I mean, there's a Duty Bound Dead, there's a Safe Passage. Nothing else really to speak of, so we'll take a Cathedral. There's a Ring. Gorger, those are a dime a dozen, really. Guardians. Yeah, these are some bad packs being passed around, honestly. I mean, maybe the Gorger, maybe the Guardians, maybe kind of an exalted green deck. Yeah, I'll go with the Guardians. Kind of annoying, but we'll take it. Some exalted green. It's cool. We got a little bit of removal, little bitty bit. So 17 QPs in season 9, and season 10, which ends in mid-October, is Return to Ravnica, sealed. Alright, so we got a healer, that's what we're going to take. Other notables, I mean, there's an Encrust, there's really, I mean, in Evolving Wilds, not much on the third Goblin Arsonist. If I had taken the first one, and I do love this card, this is probably one of my favorite cards in the whole set. But we'll just take a healer, that's a solid pick. 5th pick healer. Me likey. So yeah, Championship Series 10 is Return to Ravnica sealed, which is incredibly sweet because I mean it's not even going to come out until right around that time. I'm not sure the exact online release date, but it's pretty sweet. Okay, do we want what we want? There's some good blue in here. This might mean blue is open. I think I just want a Timber Pack Wolf though. Show of Valor is close because we're so deeply into white. But I'm just going to grab a wolf. Yeah. And follow it up with another wolf. These are actually 2 other picks. Sunstriker Ring, wouldn't mind having, but would like a bunch of wolves. Gotta say. Go ahead and show you guys this. Return to Ravnica, sealed on the 13th. So, there you go. Alright, here we go. I guess we just take a Farseek. It's like the 3rd Entrancer that we've seen, so Mill is going to be 4th. Mill is definitely going to be an issue here. Yeah, I mean, the 2nd Rats we've seen. I think this is our first pack, actually. Nobody picked the Entrancer. That's what that is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Naturalize is welcome. And we did wheel the Eagle. That's fine with me. Gonna cut this Naturalize, though. Don't need it up front. The Eagle is really good with green. We do need more removal. Maybe we'll look into some O-rings or Pacifies. We're going to be valuing those highly. Also, wolves. I mean, I wouldn't mind early picking wolves. Because if you can get them out there, man, just a ton of them, it becomes ridiculous. Because after the first one, the pack leader would trigger also, although that's the only thing that's triggering pack leader right now, which may be a concern. Eventually. Alright, what do we want here? Well, there's an ox. Let's look at our cost. I don't really want to be putting oxes in the 4 slot. Blood Reckoning is annoying to play against. We do have a naturalized though. I think we just cut the... I don't really... This hatchling doesn't really bother me either. I'll take the ox. What the heck? Alright, the elixir is a welcome addition. I've never seen this card played. Or this one. Seen that one. The Boundless Realms Harvest deck, if there is such a deck, never seen it. Life gain, but I mean, what else are you gonna do? I don't know. Okay, so no removal. Double Baloth, once shiny. Dustdale Worm would be a welcome wheel. One of these Baloth also would be good. There's also a Sunstriker in here. Definitely taking the elephant. That's what we want to be doing. And I'm going to cut this stupid ox. Okay, pacifism or a slime. I'd love the slime. I gotta be honest. There's another eagle in here. But I gotta take the removal, people. I love that slime. I hate to pass that thing, but what are you gonna do? Arbor Elf would also be kind of handy here. And we are showing some Exalted, not a lot, a little bit. Maybe Knight of Glory would be handy. Another elephant would be also sweet. Would let us know nobody else is in white-green. Wouldn't mind having a bunch of these dudes coming in as they do trigger the pack leader. Alright, man, so many good picks in here. There's the Protector, Primadox. Don't really have anything to bounce right now. I guess Healer, a little bit of synergy with that. I would love this Arbor Elf. Maybe the Primadox wheels, but we're taking the Spider. Big fatty for the end of our curve there. So right now our removal is Pacifism, Divine Verdict. Okay. I mean, there are a bunch of playables in here. There's an Archaeomancer, Protector, a Void Stalker. I swear it seems like I'm always playing decks that have this in them in the finals. These 8-4 drafts. We'll just take a Protector here. Okay, another Farseek or a Captain's Call. Fogbank's going to be annoying if it comes in. We'll just take the Captain's Call though. It's got good synergy with what we're working with. Blue's open, people. Archaeomancers are going late. I guess these Guardians are okay. Not really what I want to be doing, but it's a playable. Awesome. Another elephant. So sweet. Really, our 4 slot is done. I think our 4 and 5 are just golden. So, hoping for another Timberpack Wolf, though. Not seeing them. And in the 3 slot, I would much rather have something besides all these dang Guardians. So rewind, a bunch of crap. I don't think I'm going to run 3 Guardians. Do we run a Beetle? Maybe? I'm just going to keep cutting white. Alright. Wheel both the Baloths and the Dustdale Worm. I'm going to take the Worm, though, as I think our 4 slot's pretty full. Glorious Charge? Maybe. Don't really think I'd... typically, if I'm going to run Serpent's Gift, which I try to avoid at all costs, I will run it with Weenies. And that's not what we're seeing here. Alright, I'm going to take an Evolving Wilds just in case I want to splash something. Didn't wheel the Elf or any of that other goodness out of that pack. It was a solid pack. Blade Tusk 4 is gone, and we don't really need anything else in the 4 slot. So still valuing removal high. We have 13 creatures, 18 technical cards, and we got a little ramp. I prefer to have something besides this Glorious Charge, but what are you going to do? I did make a deck the other day where I just had massive fatties and a bunch of ramp and Cleaver Riot. I have never played that card before. I tried to steer clear of it, but the trample with the Cleaver Riot was just disgusting. I made it to the finals just like on 2 turns, where in each game I just got out maybe a couple of big fatties and then just Cleaver Riot, swing in and trample them for like a ton. I guess Revive is playable, but we'll cut this divination here. That's a little late for my taste. And you never know. Maybe splash it? I don't think so. Not unless we hit a blue bomb. Impact 3. Augur? It's definitely playable. Wow. Blue must be open. Bunch of Archaeomancers, bunch of Entrancers. I don't know, maybe we've missed some Mind Sculpts that have gone around. Well, here's a big Serpent. Don't need him. And an island. Alright, let's see what pack 3 holds. It's been a while since I've seen a really good card. Been a couple of days, maybe. And Door to Nothingness is not the good green card. The Courser would be a great pick. The Verdict is also a good pick. The Eagle is not unheard of. Love these Knights, but we're taking the O-Ring without question. Wow, this is kind of a tough pick. We've got an Arbor Elf. We've got an Aven Squire. I think we just want the ramp. I love this stinking card. It's probably my favorite of the 2 color drops, so we'll grab an Arbor Elf though. That works, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the Augur and the Divination. We don't have any card draw. We're running 3 Guardians. It's not my idea of a good time. Also, just for the sake of seeing it, I'm going to cut this Glorious Charge. And I'm going to cut this and just remember that we could splash if we wanted to. We're at 19, 14 creatures. Would like to replace these with maybe Knight, Attended Knight. Something besides Guardians, huh? Maybe some better tricks. Okay, well there's an Attended Knight. And an Arbor Elf. Jeez. I think I'm taking the Attended Knight, though, just because we've already got an Elf, we got a Farseek, and I really don't want Guardians in my 3-drop, so. Okay. Sunstriker is good. Got a Plummet, a Gorger. I really don't think we're going to need the Gorger, so I'm going to grab the Sunstriker. Do have some good blue cards. Well, can turn and unsummon, but we'll take the Sunstriker here. Another Divine Verdict or a Kite Sail. We are pretty weak against flyers. What do we want to do? Spell Twine is sweet. Here's another Archaeomancer. Somebody's going to end up with some good stuff. No doubt. As for us, we're taking Divine Verdict here. Might regret that, but that's what we're taking. There's another Farseek. Just had Mad Ramp. And, I mean, there's an Erase. We've already got a Naturalize. I'll just cut the Farseek. Keep cutting green out here. Not that it really matters. This is the last pack, but if this was our deck, we've got all kinds of ramp in it. There's another Muckwaiter. Ugh, gross. One other Captain's Call. It's got good synergy with Healer. I guess we just take it. I don't like that very much at all. We'll take another Worm. Would 10 times rather have the Worms than the Gorger, especially with all this ramp. And I guess the Eagle is fine. And those are, could bring those in if we're facing a lot of flyers. Really unsatisfied with my 3-drop slot. I mean, the O-Ring is awesome. The Attended Knight is very good, but the Guardians are just mediocre to me. I feel like we don't want to be sitting back, getting flown over. And maybe the maybe the kite sail was the pick there instead of the attended knight, but I feel more comfortable having my attended knight at this time. So what are we going to cut? Probably going to cut one of these Farseeks, huh? Got 18 creatures too. Going to cut at least one of these guardians, if not two. Could see cutting two just to get to our 4s. Double Captain's Call, double Eagle. Yeah, you can't even Eagle these guys. Let's just cut them out. For the time being, we're 23 cards here, 15 creatures. Very few tricks. Does some removal though. Double Divine Verdict, Pacifism O-Ring, and that's 4. No Prey Upons, which was kind of weird. I don't think we saw one this whole draft, but just means somebody else is playing green, so. Safe Passage is definitely a possibility. Still don't want the Gorger. Eagle plus the Worm is good. Fungal Sprouting. It's probably playable over Captain's Call because of just the power level of our dudes. I'm gonna take it. Would almost cut that Sun in Blood because that card is definitely good in black. Black is typically the card that I'll draft in this format, or the color rather. So no bombs. No real bombs. I mean, I don't consider the Pack Leader really a bomb. I mean, it's a really good card, but I guess it's bomb-y. Prized Elephants. I'm prizing them right now. Well, what hurts us the worst here? Probably the Mind Rot. I'm not playing Fog. So the question is really if we want to really stick the Farseeks and run 16 lands with this deck. I think it's possible. We do want to be drawing into our goodies. Let's see. Let's build it out and just see, shall we? Double Captain's Call. Glorious Charge might be worth a play. Safe Passage also may be worth a play. I don't think we run quite that many creatures. Okay, so I mean the wolves are okay now. We didn't see another wolf, I don't think. Green is definitely our late game. We are heavy white, boy. No guardians right now. Alright, this is 23 with 15 creatures. It's got a ton of ramp, but we really have a ton of late game creatures. Maybe Sunstriker, but we do have some Exalted. Didn't end up playing any of those Guardians, dang it. The key here is going to be getting to the late game. So the question is, am I comfortable? Yeah. Safe Passage can be so good. I really would kind of like to bring that in. I wonder if we could just run this with 16 lands. I want to try it. Let's try it. We've got an Evolving Wilds. Got a Cathedral of War. Do we even need the Evolving Wilds? What we have is double. It's so late. I don't even know that we need the Evolving Wilds. I'd prefer not to be slowed down by it. Honestly, I don't really think it's worth splashing Divination or anything else for that matter. Maybe instead of Captain's Call, Fungal Sprouting, what do we get out of it? What are the chances? Get 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 7. Captain's Call is probably better. Just more consistent. Yeah, I think with our Farseeks, we're going to be fine for fixing, so let's go ahead and add land. 8-7 looks fine to me. We're heavy white, so make sure we get that in. Do need to make sure we hit our Farseeks though, and our Arbor Elf. So, but 8-7 looks good. All right, here's our deck. I will catch you guys in round one. This is the coach for themtgnoob.com.